Hi everybody, I wanted to jump on here really quickly and talk about the Na'Ziyah Harris case. Now, I have not covered this story before. I actually heard about this story probably about 3 days ago because you guys were sending me all of this information. You wanted me to cover the story. And I went back and I watched everything. I watched the hearings, all of them. Then I found out the latest news, which is the aunt calling into a radio station and really trying to defend her actions. But before we get into all of that, let me do a brief recap for those of you that are just coming on board. So this story is about a disappearance of a 9th grader. Her name is Na'Ziyah Harris. She lived in a home with her grandmother who adopted her and her aunt, whose name was Shannon Harris. Now, the funny thing is, this took place in my hometown of Detroit, right in my grandmother's neighborhood around 7 Mile. So this case was getting a lot of attention in Detroit, but it has now gone nationwide. They are actually covering it on News Nation, and the actual trial itself is going to be live streamed. So we get to follow all of it. So let's get into it, and you guys can figure out why this case has gone viral. Her aunt Shannon was dating a guy named Jarvis Butts, who she has 5 children by. So Jarvis ends up essaying this 13-year-old. But if you actually listen to the aunt, she acts like it was consensual and that they were just having a relationship, and she seemed upset with Na'Ziyah, even though Na'Ziyah is missing. Like, really, this lady was making me so mad. Excuse me, ma'am, nothing is consensual when you're 13 years old. And I'm pretty sure his grown 42-year-old ass knew that. And she also knew that he was a damn sex offender. He had been in prison 10 years for doing the same shit he just did to Na'Ziyah. Also, in this preliminary hearing, they're going to say that Na'Ziyah was missing, but I think everybody virtually knows that she is no longer with us. And all of this took place virtually a year ago. And now they're finally getting a preliminary hearing. So let's listen to the defense attorney address the judge.
It says that the cause of death remains unknown, which, Judge, obviously Ms. Quick is getting to one of the main issues in this case and one of the big questions in this case that I anticipate is going to be a defense argument.
We all know that that's one of the big issues here in this case. So I will admit it with your objection noted.
As maternal grandmother, correct?
Correct.
You're also her adopted parent, correct?
Correct.
And you said you adopted her in 2016?
Yeah.
Is her birth mother still around?
She is.
Okay. Does she have a relationship with her?
No.
She doesn't have any type of relationship, no contact with her that you know of?
Well, let me say this. I don't deal with my daughter, so she really didn't have no contact with Na'Ziyah like that. She only came around now and then.
Now, the next person to take the stand would be the no good aunt. I'm not being mean. This woman is just low down. She knew what was going on. She knew about this man before she brought him in the house. She knew he was no good. She knew he had been to prison. She knew what he was in prison for. But this is just how low her self-esteem is. She's of the old school theory where bright and light is damn near right. She loved this man so much because he was light-skinned. And I'm the only person that's going to tell you this. She was round and short, and she's just not attractive. Let's just be real. So her self-esteem was already in the gutter. She just wanted this light-skinned man, and ooh, he the daddy of my children, even though she knows he's a damn sicko. And not only that, he already had 13 other children by other women. Yeah, y'all heard me correctly, by other women. So he was just playing her for the fool that she is. You let that man take advantage of your niece while you're looking at her as if she's competition at 13 years old.
Can you describe the relationship between Na'Ziyah and Jarvis?
Should be just the uncle and the niece relationship, no more than that.
And to fast forward, on January 21st of 2024,
Officer Gardner came to pick up Na'Ziyah's tablet. My mom asked me to put it on the charger. I put it on the charger. The tablet, before the tablet was picked up, I looked inside to this tablet. So the first thing I went to was Instagram, which I was scrolling. And I seen Jarvis Butts' Instagram page. I clicked on his page and I seen 2 messages.
were the messages of a sexual nature?
No.
Okay.
It was 2 sent pictures, but you can't really make anything out. There wasn't nothing there, but you know, the picture was sent. Called him while he was at work, asked him, what is these messages I seen between you and my niece? And he said, what messages? So there's 2 particular messages that states out in this picture. And he stated that, I don't know, these messages, I told him what the messages were, and he said it was probably our children was messaging him. And I stated no, because I know how our children will text.
Now, this next part is what got everyone upset because it shows that Na'Ziyah was pregnant, and this could have been a motive for why he did what he did to her. Anyway, take a listen.
September 27, 2022, 1:54 a.m. She has sent a message, where are we doing it at your choice? A message is replied to Jarvis, says basement. The message is sent to Na'Ziyah from Mr. Butt's phone, saying, can you suck my dick, please? And make sure you erase the messages. Go change your clothes and take your panties off. Are we doing it tonight? I'm ready, fresh out the shower. You coming over? Don't have school. Asking, you coming? She receives a message from Jarvis that says, stop messing with people and just be mine. I'm finna go to lunch, love you. I can't stop thinking about you either. She sends a message to Jarvis. Hey, you may think I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. My phone broke. Are you mad at me? Please don't be mad. Can you tell me why you mad at me, yes or no? He replies to her saying, I haven't seen or talked to you. He had sent to her, I'm at your house. She says, damn, we was just there. You bet not be in my room. He sends her a message that says, I stole your panties. Didn't I make you come faster than ever? Jarvis, I'm sorry for making you mad, but do you ever think how I feel knowing that I can't have you to myself? But you have me to yourself, and no, I'm not seeing anybody else, I swear. Then you going to hit it from the back again? Send me some pictures, please. I want some pussy. And the name on here that she has this number saved is Bae for life, B-A-E, the number 4, and then life. Are you naked yet? Come on, Bae, I'm sorry, just not in the mood right now, I'm sorry. I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear. I know you're having a rough day, but I swear I'm not lying. Why won't you believe anything I tell you? I'm not like other girls, there is no need for me to lie to you. The meaning is, you're mine and mine only, the and all you're mine and will stay mine. Go take them panties off. He sends a message to her that says, I'm trying to, can I get my dick sucked today? I just want your body on mine. We doing something or what? At 0123, she replies, I want to lay with you. He replies, I'm going upstairs. She sends, okay, Shan going up there too. Give her some so she can shut up and leave you alone. She only acting like that because she's horny. Come downstairs so I can sit on it real quick. You was right, it hit different outside. Do you like your girls skinny? That's messed up because I was gonna f the shit out of you. I still want you to do it. August 4, 2023 at 22:07 hours, Na'Ziyah sends to Jarvis. Shan and Nana left. Jarvis replies, okay, what you saying? Na'Ziyah then replies back, what you think I'm trying to say? I want to try something. A threesome. You down for it? Thinking about you. My period haven't came at all. Hello, you there? It have not came. Jarvis replies to her, since when? Since I was in the hospital. That was last month. I'm scared. I don't know IDK. What to do? I have to go to the doctor's TM or tomorrow. You said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative. She replies, it did. Jarvis then replies, so go get another one. I can't. I have no money. 1443, she says, you ain't scared to get a plan B. Get a pregnancy test and bring it later today. Just act like you have to use the bathroom. 1456, Jarvis replies to her with, okay. September 27th, starting at 21:26 hours, Na'Ziyah sends, but are we still on for Friday? Jarvis replies, yes. What we doing though? At 21:49, she sends back, Jarvis replies, seriously? Na'Ziyah replies, yeah, what else we gonna do? Jarvis replies back to her, where? It now jumps to October 21st at 19:05 hours. Na'Ziyah sends, "Hey babe, I need that plan B today." Jarvis sends her the letter Y.
And now jumping to November 27th.
Na'Ziyah sends, "I just want to talk. I really don't want to lose you. I don't what's your problem, but I need you to bring me what I need tonight. It's hard doing all this gym shit with this baby. And if I don't do them, I'm going to get a F." January 9th, 2024 at 14:21, Na'Ziyah sent to Jarvis, "Don't forget, be there before 3. I will let you know when I'm leaving to school. If you're not there, I will wait. Send okay if you've seen the message so I can delete your number." Jarvis replies, "Okay," and those messages were deleted.
There was no further communication between Na'Ziyah's text number and Jarvis's number after.
Now, Jarvis and a business partner of his owned a mechanic shop, and there's actually footage of Na'Ziyah getting off the bus and walking towards the shop instead of the opposite way of going home.
It is January 9th, 2024, 2:54 p.m.
Now, his business partner describes what happened next.
On our way back from AutoZone, I believe we forgot something. So we ended up turning back around, going back to AutoZone, grabbed whatever we forgot, came back. And on our way back, we was coming down Harper. Jarvis said, "I see my niece right there. She walking." We pulled into Angel's liquor store. I still didn't see her. He pointed across my face, said she right there. She was coming across the street at that time. She got in the truck with us. She spoke, "Hi King, hi Jay," and we proceeded back to the shop. We started working on the Jaguar.
Jarvis' sister also confirmed that this is what happened. Now, Jarvis' sister, she looks like she knows that her brother probably unalived this little girl. It also seems like she feels like sorrow and remorse. And you know how like you love a family member, but they're just a F up. And she knows it. And I feel that if there was something she could have done, she would have. I also feel like looking back, hindsight is 2020. She now realizes that she looked past all the signs that a little girl was there without her parents. Well, I can't say parents because her grandmother had adopted her and she had a little to non-existent relationship with the father. But the little girl was there with no one, no adult figure.
What's the reason that you went and talked to Detroit police?
I had reason to believe that I saw Na'Ziyah the day she went missing.
Okay. From the very beginning, where is it that you think you saw Na'Ziyah?
At the shop on Harbor Encounters.
Okay, and whose shop is that?
My brother Jarvis Butts and his partner.
What's the reason you were at your brother's shop that day?
Something was wrong with the car that I was driving, and I just needed him to check it out to make sure it was safe for me to drive.
Okay. Do you recall about what time did you go to Jarvis's shop that day?
About 4 p.m., give or take a few minutes. So I was sitting outside of the shop in my car because they were working on another car on the inside. As I sat there for the time that I was there, I kept seeing a little girl get in and out of his truck, going to the gas station and going back to his car.
Do you get a look at this little girl that you see getting in and out of his car?
I saw her as she was walking. I never saw her face. I just remember her having on a colorful jacket.
Did you know who this little girl was at the time?
No.
And did you ever ask Jarvis who the little girl was?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He told me, and I can't remember if it was this exact word, or he said it's my partner's niece, or he said it was King's niece.
Okay, but you knew who he was referring to?
Yes.
Okay. Did you think anything of it at the time?
No.
Okay. Okay, and what is it that made you think something different?
I received phone call, a video call from one of his kids' mom. She told me about some things that happened on Valentine's Day, and then she sent me a video of a podcast about my brother.
So, based on those, do you go and talk to someone else?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you go and talk to?
His partner, King.
Okay.
After I mentioned to him that I had only saw my nieces and one particular little girl, he then told me that
that was Na'Ziyah that I saw that day, and I was there.
What is it that you did after speaking with King that day?
I called Shannon Harris and I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number.
Okay. And
now, I don't know if anybody's ever been in that position before where somebody you really loved has done some heinous shit, and you have to tell yourself, I love this person's my family member, and before all of this, it was a lot that I would have done for them. But because this is so heinous and so damn sick, I gotta let him go. And that's what you have to do, and not feel no guilt about it. Hell, nobody made him do that sick ass shit but himself. So Jarvis must pay the price for what he did, and she needs to release him emotionally. And what I mean by that is put yourself in a situation where you absolutely give no fucks about how he feels or what he's doing. Isolate him out of your life. The next person to testify was one of his baby mama. She said that he borrowed her car, and that was unusual.
is it that Mr. Butts borrowed your vehicle?
January 9th, he called and asked if he can use my car to do something with his son. I didn't get home till about 9 o'clock, and he came to my house to pick
Okay.
my car.
Is that 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.? When did Mr. Butts return with your car?
The next morning.
Was this normal, abnormal?
No, not normal.
Not normal? Okay. Did you notice anything in the back seat that was different?
There was a pair of glasses that was left that my son was playing with at the time. I believe they were clear around the frame part. I don't know what the ends look like, but I do remember they were clear around the frames.
Okay. So you're at the shop. You see your son playing with the glasses. You take them from him. Mm-hmm. Is that yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, tell me, what does Jarvis do?
He snatched them from me and said those were his son's glasses.
Okay.
Next was a detective that talked about what they found in their preliminary investigation.
As we did our workup and we're looking at different locations that Mr. Butts had been to, as we start breaking down the phone mapping a little bit more on Mr. Butts' phone, it kind of led us to 7 Mile and Berg. So 7 Mile and Berg, there is, it used to be a golf course, which is now shut down. And then on the other side of Berg, there's a parking lot where it has like a vacant building, which used to be the clubhouse for the golf club. And then right behind that parking lot is the Rouge River. We searched the complete river from 8 Mile all the way down past 96 on foot with cadaver dogs in boats in the water.
What evidence did you find?
We collected a pink jumpsuit, like bodysuit style, and then a black hoodie that had a pair of white headphones in one of the pockets, some gloves, a towel, and a pair of red, black, and white gym shoes. That is one of the black, red, and white gym shoes that we collected from the wooded area. That is the black jacket that was collected. It is towards the front of the photograph, kind of behind that tree branch. So yes, that is the paper and the pair of headphones that was recovered from that pocket. So that's going to be the hood of that hooded jacket. We noted that there are several holes in the jacket of unknown origin. That is the pink jumpsuit that we recovered.
So how close was the Rouge River, I guess, to the area that you were searching?
So there was a large parking lot just off of the west side of Berg, and then there was an embankment leading down to the river. I would say less than 500 feet.
So finally, at the end, because this is a preliminary hearing, the judge had to decide whether there could be a trial. Can it go forth for a trial? Of course, she granted it, but not without giving Jarvis a piece of her mind. Not just Jarvis, everybody, all the adults involved in this situation, a piece of her mind.
And how were there 2 women in the house who have birthed children themselves who did not notice that Na'Ziyah was pregnant, and I believe she was, and not having her period anymore? And what stood out the most was when Annette Harris stood on the stand, and she learned around 6 p.m. that Na'Ziyah did not come home from school, and said she looked around for her and decided to wait until the next morning to call the police. Without a tear, without emotion, or any expression of being devastated. And to her Aunt Shannon, who also showed no emotion, expression of being devastated from Na'Ziyah going missing. She stated that she had friends help look for Na'Ziyah, but was directed to just wait until the morning to call the police. A grown woman who likely suspected something strange going on didn't feel the need to call the police either. They were both able to go to sleep at night without hearing from Na'Ziyah or having any indication that she was coming home that night. As far as the people establishing probable cause, I will focus on count 1 as it's been stated that there is no contention with counts 2 and 3. In count 3, I will amend based off of the motion and testimony I heard that Na'Ziyah was 12 and not 13 at the time that Jarvis Butts had sexual intercourse with her. The prosecution is correct. You do not have to have a body to establish first-degree premeditated murder. It would have been a much shorter exam had her body been found, but this is where we are. Mr. Butts, stand up. You've been sitting over there for 4 days with your head down, sitting between and behind your attorney with your mask on and taking vigorous notes. I want you to pay attention and listen to everything I have to say. I have been trying to figure out for the last 5 days, you. At one point, I thought you were cognitively impaired in the beginning of this exam. And then maybe you had the brain of a 10-year-old, and that's why you were doing such things. But as I heard more and more testimony, you're just a true definition of a pedophile. Watching you laugh and brag about all the women you have with different women and the children and the girlfriends, and making babies to groom them, and having them in your presence, cleaning up your shop, and the little girls around you, has landed you here today. You groomed Na'Ziyah. You played mind games with her. We all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you two were disgusting to hear. And to think that she had you saved in her phone and begged for life. Na'Ziyah deserves so much more. And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you are the monster in this whole picture. She did deserve love from her parents and everyone who was in her life. She was ignored, she was neglected, and you took complete advantage of that. She wanted someone to love her, and she will never know what that feels like. Your children deserve more. As much as the defense counsel has raised issues on count 1, all that has done is raise the question of fact for the trial fact, which means that this will be for a jury or a judge to hear at Third Circuit. I pray for the healing of all the victims and young girls and possibly boys who have come into contact with you. As a community, we should look at this case as a prime example of how much work we have to do when it comes to protecting our children and especially our black girls. I pray for closure and healing for all those who have been traumatized by you. And for you, Jarvis Butts, I wish you a speedy trial and that justice be delivered. Your bind-over date is January 16th at 9 o'clock a.m. Anything else for the record?
I'll give you the thank you.
Do the right thing and tell us where she's at, please. I'm sorry, Judge. Just do it, Jarvis.
Where is she at, Jarvis?
Just tell us. Judge, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disrespect your court.
People up and turn off the camera, please.
So once the word got out of what was going on, this case got national exposure. One of the cousins called into a radio station and basically blamed the grandmother, but more so she blamed the aunt who knew what was going on. And then the aunt called in to try to, I don't know, clear her name. I mean, that's impossible, but she tried.
The one that is her baby daddy that she bought around, that she had around Na'Ziyah and all them other kids that's over there. When we found out that we put it on blast. When we found out that he was approaching them kids, we put it on blast. We told them to go to the police.
Then Shannon tried to call in and defend her deplorable behavior.
Whatever Jarvis did, that was him, not on me, at all. At all. And yes, that might be my child's father. Yes, I do got 5 kids. Yes, my youngest is 1. Damn sure not desperate.
Apparently, this man has had a history of this. Like, so did you know about him being on the list, or any kind of activity about that? Like, had you even heard of anything like that before out of him?
When I met him, when I was 19, he did tell me his background. He did tell me his background. He gave me the decision. If I wanted to pursue a relationship.
So, given that his background was child, right, and you still made the decision to talk to him?
1, I was 19, and 2, if society can give you a second chance, why can't someone else give you a second chance as well?
And that's not all. Things have gotten so emotionally charged in this case that this woman from Detroit decides to break into Jarvis's old auto mechanic shop. Now, I don't recommend doing this, people. This will be what they call breaking and entering, but I guess she didn't care. She had to see it for herself. I don't know what's wrong with her, but this is what happened.
I will be back. It's a pad in this bag. It's a toothbrush in this bag. It's hotel items in this bag.
What is this doing in here? What the fuck is this doing in here? What the fuck is this? Okay, we about to test that damn toothbrush. I see a window. Okay. I'm going through the fucking window. I'm going through here. Fuck that shit. Take me to jail today. Y'all bail me out. Bail me out, y'all. Bail me out, y'all. Let's make this quick. Let's make this motherfucking quick. This place is fucking big. God. The pipes done bursted in here. The pipes are busted. Okay, hold on. Water. Okay. Is this where you was messing with my baby? Is this where you was messing with my baby? Is this where you was at, motherfucker? Whose code is this? What is this doing in here, y'all? A pad. What is this doing in here? What the fuck is this doing in here? What the fuck is this? Okay, we about to test that damn toothbrush. Put everything back in the bag. 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 Some body lotion and some shit from hotels. A hotel bag, y'all. With a toothbrush. Come on. We gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta get out of here. What side did I come in, y'all? Remind me. Where did I come? I didn't go that way. Where did I come? The window. My backpack. I gotta get out of here, y'all. I'm taking the bag to the police. Just have to make sure there wasn't nobody in there. Go, 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 Mimi, go. Get out of here. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Then, if you thought that was wild, there was a woman watching the lives, realizes that the woman doesn't have gloves on, and pulls over and brings her some gloves. I'm not making it up.
Oh my God, yeah, I know.
Okay, I don't know if they'll fit you.
Thank you. Look what this bag I just found.
I was like, I know she's coaching.
I'm about to throw up. I'm about to throw up.
Why'd you handle them with your hands?
I'm about to throw up.
Here,
I'm about to throw up.
These are weather resistant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just pulled up. What's your name? What's your name?
Ojos. So I didn't see you live.
And that is just how passionate people are about this case. This woman is willing to do 5 to 10 years, because that's what you get for breaking and entering, 5 to 10 years of her life to make sure that justice is brought to Na'Ziyah. Now, to the woman that broke into this place, I hope this is your first and you have no priors. Maybe you can get away from, with 2 to 5. But girl, I get it. Let the police investigate. I'm sure they already went through there, but I understand where you're coming from. This is outrageous and should never happen to any child again. And Michigan, unfortunately, doesn't have the D penalty, and it needs it. It really does. But I'm sure he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. So there you go. That's all that's going on. We will be following this case. And so for the people on my channel, I got it all in there. We're ready for trial.